Hello everyone, Science Viking here, and you may notice that I'm not playing Dark Souls. The answer to that is getting the footage I need from the Four Kings is taking longer than expected, so I decided to do a little side project so that I have something to show off in the interim while I work on getting the Dark Souls Let's Play going. I am still working on Dark Souls. The next video will be out hopefully soon. This is just something I'm doing in the meantime to keep the channel active. Which is, I first started playing Hearthstone today. Now, the original plan was I did the 5 tutorial fights that are against AIs, and then after you do that, you can play against other players. And I was going to record my first ever matches against other players. And I did that, and it was really cool. You just have to take my word for it that it was awesome. And then I went to check the file, and I realized I forgot to hit start recording. And so I don't actually have any of that footage. So instead, I'm just going to do something now. What I do have is the only game I won. I played 3 games. I lost 2 of them. The only game that I won unlocked me the Druid class, which I have never used before. I had been playing as just the basic mage, which you start with. So, I'm going to try out the Druid class. I have never played this deck before. I haven't even looked at it to see what cards are in it. I've played against a Druid, so I sort of understand how they work. Otherwise, let's see what happens. And I am going to play ranked. Complete quests to earn gold. So you earn gold by completing quests, so I might want to actually do those 5 practice matches that it was suggesting for me. In addition, I know you earn gold by winning. My brother plays Hearthstone, so he's told me a bit about it. And like I said, I've done the tutorials, so I know the rules. But I'm just not any good at it. Okay. I'm going to drop the Nightblade. The others are really good, so I'm going to keep them, and hopefully I'll get a 1-drop. I was hoping I would get a 1-drop! I should have dropped my River Crocolisk, which I keep reading as a River Crocoduck. Like, I had to stop and stare at it for a second to read what that actually was. It's like, why do I have a Crocoduck? Why do I have a Strawman as one of my cards? Well, I can end my turn, and that's about it. Yeah. Let's see what this dagger is. Oh, that's interesting. That is an interesting hero power. Okay, Elven Archer, where were you last turn? Really, where were you last turn? I'm sending you up the river for dereliction of duty or something like that, because this is definitely someone else's fault and not mine. What do you mean I'm the only one here? Okay, and you're smart. You're going to swing at me and not swing at my minion. Which I've been calling minions both monsters and creatures at various times. It's like I want to call it something other than a minion. Alright, so... and put it on my Crocoduck. And I'm also going to play my Elven Archer. Hey, what was that about 1 shot, 1 kill? She's still alive. And that's the end of that. Despite a not very good starting hand, I'm still alive. I wasn't really sure I would be. Okay, using the coin. Okay. Restore 2 health to all friendly characters. That's going to be useful later. Right now, I have nothing else I can do with my mana, so I'm going to shapeshift. Since your creature doesn't have taunt, I'm swinging at you. And I'm swinging at you with everything. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I was hoping you wouldn't do that, but, well, you did. I never understood the logic of players having their own hero card. Okay. I never understood the logic of players having their hero card use a weapon to attack minions, because when you attack a minion, you take damage. Well, you did 3 damage to me, so I'm going to do 3 damage to you. And that's all I got. I really, really like the Nightblade. And I really enjoy the fact that it's not tied to any particular deck. So I can use it with any deck, because I'm probably going to have Nightblades in every deck I ever build. High power stealth creatures. What is it with the high power stealth creatures? Well, this will help. And then I'm just going to swing at you. Taunt is important. It is really good to have things with taunt. Wait, what are you? Knife juggler. Okay. Combo? Oh, okay. So combo is it will do something extra. It's like battle cry, but it only triggers if it's not the only thing you did that turn. That's interesting. It's another ability I've never seen before. Wait a minute. Give a minion +2 attack this turn. You gave that to something with summoning sickness. Alright, I got gain an empty mana crystal. That would not really be useful. Instead, I'm going to go with this. And then I'm going to use my hero power. And then I'm going to be careful and swing at your hero, and then I'm going to swing at you with this too. And that's the end of that. I was doing a lot more badly than this before. Oh. Using lefty strike. Oh, okay. I'll save this for when I am actually 8 health down. Wait. I didn't think about that until a second ago. You just helped me. Because I can play that again and benefit from the healing again. And throw in my Crocoduck. Or Crocolisk, or Croca something or other. Wait, what? At the start of your turn, reduce this card's cost by... Huh? That's weird. Okay. Now you've actually gotten... It was the Kidnapper again. It was even the same minion that went after my healer both times. It's just that this time it went after it a bit more permanently. Okay. Core Hound. And if I were to gain 2 mana crystals, that wouldn't actually give me enough to do anything, so I'm going to use my hero power. I said I never understood. Yeah, I won't do it. I'm not even going to attack this turn. The armor is still going to be helpful. And I mean, I had nothing else I could have done with those mana crystals, so why not? So you got rid of my armor, but that's all. Oh, that was the one that was created by the Mimic Pod. And of course you're using... Okay, I've been wondering for most of this game how this is in any way comparable to my hero power, but the reason is because since the dagger lasts for multiple turns... Okay. And then if I were to play this, it would get me... It would not do the job. Does wild growth work when you already have 10 maximum? Probably not. I'm going to use that on myself. Get myself back up to 16. And then I'll hold on to Innervate for when it can do something a bit more immediately useful. Depending on what else she plays this turn... Okay. Okay. That was destructive. You never quite know what's coming at you. Okay. And I'm not actually going to swing because I would have to swing at this, but I mainly just want the armor. Well, crap. This always happens to me where things are going well early on and I think I'm actually going to win, and then my opponent does something. It's been a different thing every time that makes me think differently. Did you just call me a scrub? So what does Divine Shield do? Okay, the first time the minion takes damage, it doesn't take damage. Alright. I'm probably gonna not win. Yeah, I not winned. That was me not winning. I'm still an angry chicken, and the game takes pity on me and won't let me lose stars. And I didn't even gain enough experience to gain any new cards. So, let's try one more of these and see what happens. Though before we do that, I'm going to start a fresh recording file, both to make sure that... I'm going to start a fresh recording file, both to make sure that I actually did hit the start recording button, and just because I don't want to have the audio drift out of sync or have any other problems. So, back in a second. Okay, got a fresh recording file. Let's try another ranked match. As you can tell, I'm kind of not good at this game, but that's kind of the point. I always land on worthy opponent. Why can't I find an unworthy opponent? Another mirror match. I definitely want to keep Wild Growth. And the Silverback Patriarch is also pretty good, so I'm actually just going to go with only switching out one, like I did last time and regretted it. Okay, this time it actually went right. In fact, this thing is amazing. And turn. Never got to find out if wild growth can work when you already have 10 mana crystals. I would assume not. If I play it this turn, I can't do anything else. So I'm going to play the Crocolisk. If I had other minions on the field, I would play Wild Growth this turn, but I'm going to let it wait for next turn. Deciding when to play Wild Growth is something that I'm probably going to probably be a learning curve for me. But now would be a good time to do it. And throw up my Battle Cry to do some damage directly to you. You really exaggerate your powers there. It's a lot. That did not even come close to killing him. I mean, we're both angry chickens, so... It's weird to play a deck that doesn't have very many ways to automatically draw cards. I mean, I've spent most of the time I've played this game, I've been playing as a mage, where you have all kinds of stuff that lets you draw cards. And it looks like this time I'm playing against someone who's as new to this game as I am. And I've done no research or anything on the metagame, so I really do know nothing of what I am doing. Oh, right, I have 5 mana because of Wild Growth. Okay, Silverback Patriarch. And then use Shapeshift. Partially because the armor stacks, so I can accumulate armor. And then I'm just going to swing with everything. Not even going to bother attacking his minions. Maybe I should, but I'm not. And accumulating the armor is going to help me. Ooh. Interesting. So there are various kinds... Are those brass knuckles? Is the card background brass knuckles? You know... Innervate and then play both my Oasis Southpaws and swing directly at you again. I was going to use my hero ability, then I drew Innervate. Taunt and +2 attack during my turn. Well, That's an interesting ability. Okay. No more Mr. Nice Druid. I'm not using this when I am so close to maximum health, so I'm just going to use my hero power. And while I do question the wisdom of doing this, I have the ability to heal myself, so I am going to swing myself at that thing too, just to finish it off. And deprive him of taunt. What is it with you and the Jade Golems, dude? You have so much Jade. I guess this player must have just been doing this a really long time and he's kind of seen it all before, and I guess this player and this deck is just really jaded. Okay, I apologize for that one, but it really was the best one I could come up with. Okay, swinging directly at me. And calling up my core hound. Saving this for a little later then. Oh, crap. Didn't realize this had taunt. Oh, each Jade Golem was a little bigger than the previous Jade Golem. There's taunt and it has 6 toughness, so I'm not attacking with those this turn. Because these will just destroy themselves, but the core hound can destroy the minion with taunt anyway. Well, crap. It's really all I can say to that is, well, crap. Why would you do that with a minion that has taunt? Okay. Use that on myself. Use my hero power. And sure, why not? And I'll take the damage. I am still somewhat ahead of the health curve here, but I'm probably going to need to draw something real impressive. That's interesting. Oh, come on. I have a feeling I'm not going to win. Just call it a hunch, I guess. Oh, there is this. And I'll just use this to accumulate armor, because I don't have any better ideas. This is a very interesting deck. Like, I want this deck. I actually want to play the deck that this guy is currently playing, with all the ways of summoning Jade Golems that get stronger each time you summon them. I actually really like that idea. I wish I had that deck. Like, I want to play that. And I really should have attacked with this guy. Oh. Okay. So that's how that works. If you would have more mana than you're allowed to, you instead draw a card. Okay, now I know how that works. Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. He's got me beat. To the point where I'm trying to figure out what button does the whole resign thing. I guess it doesn't matter. I actually don't feel so bad about getting horribly murdered, because that was a really interesting game. That's actually a kind of cool deck. And I got 2 more Druid cards, which I'm probably going to actually put in my deck. So go to my collection. If and when it loads. Check out my Druid deck to mess around with it. Innervate. Wild. Frankly, Silverback Patriarch hasn't served me too well. I'm dropping at least one of those in exchange for Starfire. And then do I want to drop... I haven't had much luck with Core Hounds, but I'm not sure whether that's them being bad or me not using them effectively. I'll stick with 1 Starfire in this deck for now. And I'm not going to mess around with crafting until I have more cards and am smarter. And 1 last match, and then I'll end it for the evening. I love the elevator music in the finding opponent thing. I think that's kind of funny. Oh, I wanted easy pickings! Or damp Druid. Ooh, playing against a mage. That's going to be interesting. Alright. Let's drop Healing Touch. Of course, I'll probably end up drawing something that costs even... Ooh, and I even got exactly what I needed. Well, that went well. I'm going to start by using Claw. And then I'm just going to swing with my hero. And I'm not using the coin this turn. Okay, you have a Crocoduck too. I don't have any 3-drops. So... I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to eat... Well, you'll get to deplete my armor. Because I don't have any 1-drops, so playing the coin would do literally nothing for me this turn. So... I just have to ask, why would you do that? I mean, I'm not confident enough in my skills at this game to be sure that that was a bad move, but why would you do that? Once again, now is not the time for the coin. Trust me, its time will come. Is that a rubber duck? I just noticed that. Alright. Well, you're ahead of me in the damage curve. I'm going to save that for now. I'm going to start with Mark of the Wild. Now I'm going to use the coin and Chillwind my second Chillwind Yeti. And I'm going to swing directly at her, yeah. I have Taunt that can comfortably protect me. Ow. Maybe you should... Nah. I was going to comment on this person's, my opponent's strategy, then I realized how my day has been going with this game, and that maybe I shouldn't comment on... And maybe I shouldn't comment on other people's strategies. Alright. Get some quick healing, and then swing with both of these. And that'll be the end of that turn. Nothing. I'm not looking at anything. Okay, Claw. May as well play my Boulder Fist Ogre. Since you don't have Taunt, I can swing directly at you. And the armor will be nice. And I'm going to have everybody else swing directly at the opponent. Which I really shouldn't need, but... And that's the end of that. I suppose you can tell that it's evening where I am based on the clock in the bottom right corner. And I leveled up. Not enough to get any new cards, though. Okay, I guess the third time's a charm, because in my first failed recording session, I also won on my third game as that character. So, that's the end of that for now. This will almost certainly not be the last time I do this, but for now, this is Science Viking, signing off. As usual, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.